Good morning, gamers. Good morning, and welcome back to the world of Surviving Bedrock. Yes, this is going to be a great day. We are here in the recording studio for Surviving Bedrock, and it feels like I've been in Whispercraft a lot more lately. That is simply because I have started streaming. In case you guys did not know, I am on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evening. Link is in the description, so be sure to check me out there. Follow me, check us out, join us. We're on there doing some of the grind work, some fun building, and we're always just chatting about things, chatting about computers, chatting about life, whatever topic seems to come up. But we are back in Surviving Bedrock now, and I will start streaming in Surviving Bedrock as well. But the Whispercraft series has been working on a giant mansion. Be sure to check out those videos. Links are in the description and in the iCards above. But now, it is back to Surviving Bedrock, which means we have work to do. And if you recall, in our last episode, we built a super-smelter. Now this is what it ended up looking like when I was done with the building around it, but we have an array of 8 by 8 furnaces over here in an L shape for a super-smelter. Basically, it will smelt items 16 times faster, because if I throw a stack of items in here, it will only put 4 items in each furnace, and in the time it takes to smelt 4 items, it will smelt all 64. I have been going to town with a lot of kelp, some cactus, some netherrack, really having some fun here, but I realized that fuel is a little bit more scarce to come by. I've been using kelp blocks, but that takes a bit. You've got to smelt the kelp, then craft it into dried kelp blocks, and that's just an awful lot of work. That is too much work for me. I want more automation. I do not want to have to touch my nasty little items. They are nasty items. We don't want to touch them. No, we don't. Activated the lights there for a second. So I have come up with something different, and it involves the reason there's not a roof on this thing yet. I am going to do something a little bit different in here. But first, before we get into that, if you recall at the end of last episode, I had a small bug here where these two, they weren't going individually. I would trigger one, and then the other would trigger as well. And I found out exactly what was going on. What was going on here was down here where these two pieces of redstone were connected. When a comparator detected a significant amount of items off of one of these detector rails that are in here, it would not just send a signal of one, it would send a higher signal which would light up both. So, using fancy linguini redstone here, I have turned one into a repeater down into this little string of redstone to trigger the rest as it was. I left the other as a redstone dust. That way there's no issues whatsoever. They don't trigger each other at all, which was the whole idea. Now they are completely separated, so no more triggering each other. I'm going to quickly fill this hole in. I wanted to show you all that so you knew what was going on. And then we are going to talk about the contraption behind me. Give me just a minute. Okay, holes have been filled in. Builds do not look like rubbish trash anymore. And we have this confusing amalgamation of blocks behind me. Yes, big word for the day. Amalgamation. I think I said it right. Amalgamation. Big jumble of blocks behind me. Let's put it in simple terms and not try to be smarter than we are. Because we are. Okay, this behind me is what is called a zero-tick bamboo farm. Now, the point to this, and we haven't discussed zero-ticking on this server as well. Go away, Baba Black Sheep. Zero-ticking is when a block update happens within 1 tick of Minecraft. Basically, Minecraft is not divided into seconds, it's divided into ticks. Ticks, I do not know exactly how many there are, but there are several per second of gameplay usually. But what a zero tick does is it forces a block update. Now, in most cases, that's not a big deal. Maybe a piece of grass grows, maybe a sheep eats something, doesn't matter. But we can exploit zero ticking into growing crops much faster. You see we have some bamboo right there. And make sure I have nothing in here. And we know how quickly bamboo can grow, but it's not that fast. Watch what happens when we turn the farm on. Bamboo by itself does not ever grow this fast. This thing is ridiculous. And it's only a 3-block long bamboo farm. As you can imagine and see, this design, though very noisy, is also very stackable, tileable. You can just keep going and going and going. And this design also does not require it to be all aligned within a single chunk. Because we're on Bedrock Console Edition, and I don't have any fancy texture packs, I couldn't tell you exactly where chunks are, where one ends and one begins. But this thing is wonderful because bamboo is a very good fuel source when you have a lot of it. Fuel sources, things like kelp blocks, each kelp block, if I recall, will smelt approximately 12 to 16 items. I'm going to check the Minecraft wiki and put the exact number up in the top corner. Then we've got things like coal. Coal, every piece of coal will smelt 8 items. Stick, every stick it takes 2 sticks to smelt 1 item. So you see here where there is an efficiency issue. Now say I have 2 items that need smelting, but I put in one dried kelp block. It's going to smelt those 2 items, but then keep burning until that dried kelp block is all gone. So in essence, we just wasted. I don't like wasting. I want efficiency with my automation. I want a 500 horsepower car that gets 50 miles to the gallon. That's why I like electric cars. Side note, American V8s just sound amazing. But back to Minecraft. So we are going to find a more efficient way of actually smelting and fueling our super smelter. Now I've got my fuel chest right here, obviously nothing in it, and I have placed a hopper right there. What we are going to do is build this right here. And I'm only going to build it 3 blocks wide, mainly because I don't want it sticking out like a sore thumb. I plan on using this to actually be decorative, and for a single player world, 3 blocks wide and this much bamboo is more than enough. I have used this design, got this design from Navi Nexus, who he credited another Minecrafter for actually discovering the zero ticking formula here and how to actually do it now, because 1.16 broke some zero ticking farms. But you know what? When they break it, we fix it. I can fix it. Yes, we can. Yes, okay, Bob the Builder aside. So we are going to do that. But first, before I do that, I am going to be a good entertainer, a good content creator here. I'm going to take this whole thing down and build it up for you again so you can see it and how it is exactly done. Give me just a quick moment to do that. And we're back. Yes, got it all cleared up, slept so it could be a nice daylight because we work during normal business hours, not nighttime. And the blocks you need for this build are very simple. Some basic blocks of any kind. You need some pistons, and you will need some sticky pistons as well. You will need a little bit of redstone. I like using glass so I can see the bamboo. And you will need sand. And the reason you need sand, it is a block that is affected by gravity, and you can grow bamboo on it. To my knowledge, you cannot grow bamboo on gravel. So this design requires a gravity-affected block. Of course, you need bamboo to get you started. And for collection, I'm going to use a hopper with a button on top to stop the water from flowing too crazy. And then, of course, a lever and a repeater to get the redstone done. And the redstone in this is actually very simple. Even I understand it. And if I understand it, you will understand it. So let's just kind of take a look and let's get to building the basic parts of this farm. First thing we're going to start off with is just some basic blocks and our sticky pistons, repeater, torch, and lever. Very, very simple and very easy. I'm also going to throw some redstone down here. But we are going to place a block with a piece of redstone. We're then going to place another couple blocks, but we don't, actually, place that block. Bad block placement, there we go. Good block placement this time. There we are. We're going to place a repeater, a lever, we're going to place a torch, and then we're going to place the final block we need right there. You notice that starts a clock. Very simple. Boom. Clock turned off. Real easy to do. Now, what we need to do from here is we are going to run a couple blocks back here. Now we need to place our sticky pistons. We are going to place sticky piston, sticky piston, sticky piston. Block, block, block. Put this gap here because where you're going to start the sand is right here. Then we're going to come back here and place a few more blocks, mainly to run the redstone down here. You can run it on top. It would not hurt. I'm going to do it on the back here just for a little bit of clarification here. But you notice we've extended all of those. That is fine. While this is extended, we are going to place 2 more rows on top of each of these pistons. 1, 1, 2. There we go. Now, mistake I made. You have to put blocks in front here, because if you do not, the sand will simply fall out, and we don't want our sand to fall out. Let me grab some of my trusty scaffolding right here. We are going to go up a little bit because we need to be able to reach up top here. This is where we are going to place the bamboo. Boom, just like that. Now, in all fairness, this farm will now 0 tick. Watch. Uh-oh. Remember I told you had to place blocks right there? That is why. You have to place blocks right here so it will actually work. Let me place that redstone down there again. The blocks have to be placed right there so nothing will fall. I'll show you again before I place the bamboo. This is what's called 0 ticking. It is constantly updating those blocks and not allowing them to go where they want. At first, it is thinking it wants to fall, but since it can't fall because of the 0 tick pulse we're doing here, it's like, okay, now we need to update the block. So, very simple. If we're going to update the block, we're going to update it with something on it. Now we have bamboo. And it grows really quick. Now you may think, sitting here, oh, it's not growing anymore. That's okay. We don't need it to grow anymore. All we need to do is turn off the incredibly noisy farm, get some of our regular pistons back here, and all we need to do first, get some blocks back here, and do some piston work back here. 1, 2, 3 pistons. Very simple, very easy. And over here, we are going to place another redstone torch, which is going to be turned off because it's on this block. Since this block is powered, that torch turns off. And then we are going to do the fancy torch tower. There, there, and there. Now to just fill it around out. Bad block placement. Now to just fill it around out back. And again, you can go on top if you want to make the farm a little bit narrower, a little bit less deep, which I may end up doing in the interest of saving space. But there we go. Very simple, very easy. Now the bamboo will just start flying off here. Look at this. It just flies off of there constantly. We started with 3 pieces of bamboo. We now have a half a stack after 5 seconds of turning it on. This farm is amazing. It will provide us plenty of fuel anytime we need it, and it doesn't need to be left on constantly. And hopefully burying some of it will actually help in making it a little bit nicer. Now, the way I want to do this is I want the bamboo to flow straight into this hopper with that button. So in doing that, I will be placing some blocks to 3 blocks right there, and that is where this layer will be. Time out for a half a second. I hear a witch, and I don't like witches in my area. Okay, witch, creeper, and skeleton dealt with. So we're all good there. But now we have this farm, and so you can see exactly how I finished it up. Very simple. We just don't want our bamboo flying everywhere. We're going to place block there, block there, block there. And this is where you can place the glass, which I will do in the actual build. Block, block, block. And we just simply do a little bit of block placing for a water stream. I had put a hopper with a button right here. Crouch place there. And then a simple water stream over here to push all the items. The button stops the water from going any farther. And then just to make sure we don't lose any more items, boom, there we go. Very easy, simple, and now all of our items get pushed into a collection mechanism right there. Will you possibly have a little bit of loss in this farm? Yes, it is very possible that you will have some of the bamboo fly off or stick up on the sand blocks there, but with as much as you get, losing a couple, maybe even 5 pieces in a 10-minute time frame, not a big deal. So I'm not worried about it, and I don't think anyone really should be. But back to it. Now that you guys have seen this thing built in action, we are going to build it over here in real time. I might have a couple cuts here and there because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to work my linguine redstone over here. But I do know that I want this block, this set of blocks, going right there, which means sand below it and then something else below that. So it's not all going to be entirely hidden. A lot of it is still going to be visible because it's just how it's going to work. But I'm going to leave the mock model up here so I can reference it in building. But let's grab some materials that we're going to need. And let's also grab some nice looking blocks, not just trashy cobblestone all over. I want, let's just, for sake of argument, grab a stack of sand. I am going to grab some of my blackstone and polished blackstone blocks that I've been using. We're going to grab a stack. We're going to grab a stack. That ought to be enough. And I think I am going to use some dark gray glass, which I believe I have. Ooh, I have black. I do not have dark gray. But I do have this awesome super smelter that will get me more glass in just a little bit. Oh yeah, I love watching this go. It's real easy, real fun, simple, no issues. And I think I've even got some bamboo up in the backup hoppers over there. And just like that, we have 2 stacks of glass. We are going to use our fancy dancy crafting table. And we have enough for 2 whole stacks of gray stained glass. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So what that means is I will need a, let's see, where's this gonna go? I need there, there, so I can have my 3. And you know what? I wasn't going to stick it out one more. I'm gonna put this out one more because I just think it's gonna look better. And then referencing over here is where I will need sand and pistons. So we are going to build this pistons going right there if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, this is where sand is gonna go. Never mind, I'm sorry. So from here, I need to dig down 2 blocks. There we are. With it being sand, I guess it's gonna be best to build it from the bottom up. So we have that. Now that we're 2 blocks down, we need some good old blocks to put pistons on. Now, hidden blocks with redstone, I prefer to use my iron blocks, mainly because I have so much of it. And I prefer to be like Mumbo Jumbo, who uses iron blocks as a bragging material. Gone are the days when Bedrock could not use iron blocks. And then I am going to need that. We are going to put our sand over there. We are going to put our sticky pistons, which I think I have a few over here still in my shulker box. There we go. Get out of here, chicken. Iron blocks back here for the redstone, which I need to actually grab some more redstone components. Now, more properly prepared to actually deal with this, let's do this right. We need to put redstone in the inventory, if it'll ever work. Then, what do we do over here again? See, I'm horrible at this. I'm horrible at building on camera, but I'm going to make it work anyways. And actually, I don't think that needed to be taken away. That can go there, because we're going to put that block there. We're going to put our repeater there, and then there. Oh, I know what I missed. Piece of dust there. And also, I'm going to throw a lever right there just for temporary sake. There we go. That is working. Piece of dust there. Turn it off. There we are. We got the bottom part of our farm done right there. That's the 0 tick to make the blocks update. Now we need to actually start building some of the other stuff. Why did I put pistons in my inventory? I need sand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We have that now. I'm starting to look at this and realize I've made a mistake. I need to slide all this back 1 block. Oh, bad block placement. Bad block placement on St. Isaac's here today. First, we're going to sleep. I think I need sleep. That's what's going on. I don't have my sleep. There we are. Now we have good block placement. Much, much better. Everything is back where it needs to be by 1 block. Almost ran into my minecart unloader, but I think I'm okay. I don't see any issues going on with it. And there's my sand. I was looking for it, and I'm getting lost a little bit. Now, just to be safe, if I recall, yes, we do put a block directly in front of that sand. There we go. There, now, that is causing the blocks updating. There we go. Now, we can actually do this. 1, 2, 3. And then we did need a block directly in front of that as well. Being off on block measurement is what happens when you try to build a farm from the middle. Always build it from the top or from the bottom. Pick one, not the middle. There we are, and on top of that is where our water will go. There is our sand right there. And just so we have it, I'm going to do this. We're going to have our glass right there. We're going to go ahead and build up a little bit around it. Which I wanted to do this anyways, because I actually wanted to I'm going to actually create a way that I can turn off a hopper here, and then I could actually have the bamboo for myself for crafting just in case I ever needed it. That way it doesn't always go into my minecart and everything. But we're going to do that. Well, it won't let me place. There we go. There we are. We're all good there. And just for some good measure, we're going to build up there. We'll build up there, so the water. Hold up. I'm off again. The whole farm is too low. I need to raise it up by 1 now because the water isn't working. So, wow. Below the water was 3 blocks, but I didn't do this. Okay, second take. And third time is the charm. It finally works. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. There it is, there it is. And actually, you know what? I'm going to change something over here real fast. I am going to place the button out here on this hopper, because there's no need for the water to actually go inside. And actually, I really don't even need the button, but I'm just going to be a little extra cautious here in case that block ever breaks. Water is not going to flow into my area and ruin my minecart system. But now that we have this, it's very simple. All we need is the actual bamboo. There we are, just like so. And now all we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of some decorative blocks and some blackstone brick and some of the actual, words are hard. We're going to use some blackstone brick, some gray stained glass, and some polished blackstone to actually build up around here so it looks nice. because we don't want our builds looking like trash. We want nice looking builds. I'm gonna do that, and then I do need to get back here to do the blocks that the pistons are gonna go on. Now, blocks that redstone components go on in the world of St. Isaac's and Surviving Bedrock are always on an iron block. And actually they need to go, yeah, they need to go right there. Need my regular pistons. Right there, 2 and 3. Now I wonder, that would work, I think. Let me try that. I think that's gonna work. Yeah, it'll work. There we go, I could put it all on one side now. Oh, no! Epic fail, block failure. No! It even washed away some of the stuff over. No, it didn't. Okay. Okay. Give me 2 seconds in YouTube time to fix this, and we will be all good. And fixed. We're going to place a block there, so that does not ever happen again. And just so it looks pretty, we're going to place that block there. And I'm not going to place the water back in until I am closer to being done. Place a block there. Wonderful. Now all of this looks good. We should be able to place our water back in there now. Place our bamboo down here, like so, and this whole thing should turn on. And we are getting bamboo like crazy. Only downside is we are losing some of it because there is not a roof on the farm. But that's okay, we can build roofs on farms. And I need some more of the regular blackstone, not polished blackstone. Give me a minute to grab some. And there it is. The farm is built and everything is complete. I am obviously going to do a little bit of work to make it look nice and pretty, because right now it kind of looks like absolute rubbish. But the functional part of it is done. We will have bamboo for days in our super smelter, and it is automatically set up, just automatically flowing into this hopper. And once all of that is filled, it will fill into the backup chest, and we can come get it anytime we need for fuel or for anything else. But give me a little bit of time. I'm gonna see if I can make this look a little bit prettier, and I will be right back for you folks. And we're back. We've got a little bit of work done here, making it look pretty, and still no roof. Mainly because we're not done. We have more plans for this build. However, this is all the time that we have for today. But you know what? I think I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a bonus, because you know what? This zero-tick farm is so versatile because it can be used for any resource that grows on sand, such as sugarcane farms. They work just fine for sugarcane, but in the interest of dear old departed Billy Mays, there's more. It could be used for the cactus farm too, just like that. Just like that, with one basic farm design and a little bit of ingenuity in water streams, you could have a cactus farm, you could have a sugarcane farm. So zero-tick farms are not dead in Minecraft Bedrock. Yay! We can do this. We can farm all of these resources super fast. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Surviving Bedrock with St. Isaac's here. Do not forget that I stream every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Twitch. We will be streaming both Surviving Bedrock and Whispercraft channels, so you guys will have a lot of fun there. Join us tomorrow for the stream of Surviving Bedrock, where we will be doing a little bit more work around here, maybe finishing up the blacksmith super smelter build over there with a little bit of a forge. And do not forget to watch the episodes of Whispercraft on the Surviving Bedrock YouTube channel on Friday mornings. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel so you can see the next uploaded videos. Do not again forget to follow me on Twitch to see the live streams. Be sure to share this video if you think there's someone who might benefit from these farms. This is St. Isaac signing off. Bye.